Your favorite fat boys.
Man, what it's like, bitch.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite fat boy, Jarron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. the King of 2022, a.k.a. winner of the Most Envied Man of the Year award.
Who gave you that award?
Everybody who was a part of 2022, it was unanimous.
Oh, you need a recount.
Wasn't nobody else running.
Well, there you have it, then. So welcome everybody to the podcast. And today we're going to talk about our year in 2022. We're not going to talk about what's been going on in the news per se in 2022. We do that enough when something comes up. So
Right.
it's going to be a little reflection episode here of how our year went. So I guess before we get into it, any announcements going on with you, Stefan? Anything worth sharing?
I mean, with me?
Yeah.
No.
Nothing at all. You didn't go to a whole wedding and sing?
I mean, I do that pretty often. It's not a new thing that I sing at somebody's wedding.
True, but you went to your mama's wedding though.
I mean, I did.
You want to shout your mama out? Tell her to watch it. And tell people to watch it too.
I mean, I don't even tell her to watch the podcast in general. So I guess nothing to make a difference.
It's an untapped market.
Right, my family. Yeah. I mean, I guess it is.
As much as you go down to Georgia, you need to be talking about watch the podcast. This is what I be doing. You want to know what I'm up to? Watch this.
I don't want people to know what I'm up to.
Well, then we had that conundrum.
So we are at a crossroads that I don't think we're ever going to be able to get past. But yes, my mother got married. It's a weird situation for me because she is not a woman who I would ever see getting married.
She felt otherwise.
And
Well, now she felt otherwise.
yeah, she got old and got lonely, I guess. So there you have it. When you get old and lonely, you get married.
Congratulations, Mom. So, yeah, the wedding pictures look real nice. Y'all look very nice and happy and everything. So,
Yeah,
love is love.
yeah, sure. I mean, I'll flash one of the wedding photos up on the YouTube page for the video real quick.
Right. It'd be so quick you won't even know you saw it.
Right. See, you get it.
So, let's see. Any updates on my end? Oh, so I got a phone call that I could possibly, be getting transplants the Friday after Thanksgiving. I was in dialysis. The doctor called me and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "I'm in dialysis." "Did you eat?" "Yeah, before." "Don't eat nothing at lunch. Don't eat lunch today." I'm like, "Oh, okay." "Yeah, I might eat transplants by the afternoon." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like, so soon? Like, he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to get back to you." I said, "Okay." And then like an hour later, his office called back and said that it wasn't a good match. So I was excited. I was anxious and shocked at all the same time. And, because I was expecting that to happen so soon. I don't even been on there since August, but
Hey, it's really excited for somebody else to die.
yeah, it's weird that we got put in perspective that in order for me to continue living or have a possible healthy life, I have to, somebody else has to die for me getting the organs for me to continue living. Like, that's a weird concept to wrap your head around still.
Yeah, I tell you. So, your life is contingent on somebody else's death.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that still. I know it's all the process.
I mean, you gonna take the organs, huh?
Yeah, like I ain't gonna say no.
You gonna take them organs, though?
Yeah, I think it's really weird when you think about like the kidney is one thing. Cause somebody gets to live with just one kidney,
Right.
But it's like I'm taking your heart. Ooh,
Can't live without that.
yeah, like that's a hard bar right there. It's just something that crosses my mind, and I don't think about too often, like because no one is giving their life for me to say, to me in a sense. It's like it's a committee, it's a board, it passes through this person and that person to say okay, and it's like, well, who gave y'all the clearance to do this? What are your qualifications for saying that this is how it should be?
It's probably the doctorate degree in medicine.
Oh, okay, so
I mean, maybe you'll have one of those hallmark moments where the family of the organ donor will come and they'll all hug you and hold your heart because
sounds weird.
It was,
I don't like
it was their loved one's heart that saved your life.
I don't know about the hugging part. I don't like people touching me now.
You seen the videos. They'll have their head on your chest because their son's heart is the one that's keeping your.
I've seen those videos. Beating. I'm like, you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. I mean, we get pounded out. I'm not putting your head on my chest.
Nice little hallmark moment.
And that's the thing too. Like I've seen too, like in some videos, like the donor doesn't meet the donor of the family. Mm-hmm. Or recipient doesn't meet the donor's family and everything like that to maybe like years later and everything like that. So I wonder if that's something I would like to. I ain't gonna front, but I don't know like when's a good time, when's a good waiting period to kind of say
right.
Yeah, you wait. I want to see.
You don't want to just do it after right after.
Yeah, I don't know. That's too soon. There's got to be some kind of a waiting period.
No, your child lives on in me.
I don't know if I want to say that out loud. I don't know. That's the thing to say.
Yeah, we'll workshop it.
Right.
We'll workshop it.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's something that I'm like, I think about it, I don't think about it too much. I'm like, what do you say? Or like, how does that, it's a weird feeling. It's such a weird thought to have. That's what's going to come to. So, but yeah, so that was a couple Fridays ago. And it was like, okay. Because I called my mom. It was like, and like she's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't do nothing until I get out the machine." But like, my main thought really was, like I said, don't eat nothing. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna go home and eat some leftovers. Because I was like, that's something. I'm on the machine for 4 hours, so pretty hungry after that, and that's what I want to do is eat more than anything. It's like, can I eat? Come in on Saturday,
right?
Now, how long? What's the shelf life for these organs here?
Not long,
right? So. But I still have some ways to go. Like typically, because of my blood type being as one of the rare ones, they said typical waiting range is between 6 to 7 years.
Right. Yeah.
And by me needing both organs, that's probably going. It might be just that, or it could be sooner depending on what happens. So,
have a more common blood type.
Well, how am I supposed to do that?
Yes.
I think we would help if you give me your kidney.
I already told you it won't work.
It could work.
How does that work?
We figure it out.
I mean, you just had potential transplants that you couldn't get because of
I feel like you're making excuses here. I feel like you're making excuses like giving me your kidney that you're not gonna need in your life.
I'm using the excuse of science.
Yeah. Instead of saying, "Yeah, I got you because you're my boy."
I'm gonna take an organ out that I won't need, but you can't use.
You sound so doubtful with your negativity facts.
You fucking science.
So yeah, that's the only thing that's happened that I won't say is exciting, but that's the only news I got. So, but going into our episode today, it is how our 22 went. What are we thankful for? What did we learn? What were some ups and downs and things like that? Because something we've done over the years of our friendship is like kind of like have a little powwow, like think back on a year, like damn we did this, or damn this happened, or that was funny when this. What were we thinking? During them, having those kind of moments and stuff like that. So,
right.
So what is something that, I guess any fond memories you might have of 2022?
I said 2022 was the year of Stefan. It just
always your year.
Just grown and sexy Stefan. Let's see. What did I do this year? Said
that's grown and sexy.
Oh, right. Just hump it out. No. So I paid for my house this year. So mortgage paid off, so I'm completely debt free. So I'm going into my 40s with no debt.
Can you help me pay off my credit card debt?
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Just shot me down so quick. Go on.
I am not an altruistic individual. So I finally started a new job, a couple of months ago. Got out of my old job, which I was just kind of bored with, and got a new job doing some. App development, some different shit that keeps me busy. So I'm enjoying that. Yeah, it's just been just on an upward trajectory, and I'm looking forward to the fact that now that I got this new job making some extra money, I'll be able to move faster towards retirement.
which is at 40, right?
which is at 40.
And you got what, 2 more years left?
Yep, and I'll be. And I mean, if I was just doing it based off of the amount of money that I wanted to have saved up for retirement, I'll be able to retire before the end of next year with with the amount that I'm making at my new job.
Okay. I think what you should do is, I think you should start your own company at 40 and then work for 5 more years, and then between 40 and 45, you hire me so I can make some money.
I knew that was coming.
We talked about this before. So
I know, but that would require me to start a company, and I would have to be attentive on what that company's doing.
Yeah, just for 5 years. Because I can save us the money, and then you can just do what you want at that point. But so by the time you're 45, I'll be what, 43. So I have a good amount, chunk of money saved up. And then you can just do what you want to do, and then everybody be happy.
I mean, you say that as if, I'm going to just be paying you this salary that's going to give you that money that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Dude, what's the point of you starting a business?
So you get something to do.
I mean, I got plenty to do. I got hobbies.
Okay, some other stuff to do.
Oh, right. You're absolutely right. I'll think about it.
You're not.
I mean, it'll be a thought, a fleeting thought, but a thought nonetheless.
Hey, at least you're doing this with me. And in my other little ventures, like ideas I got.
Right.
So I'll take what I can get.
I'm glad. So yeah, 2022 has been just a bang up year for me, at least in terms of moving towards the next phase of my life.
Right. So did you start thinking about the next phase of your life? Was it maybe 5 years, 10 years ago? Or was it just like when you really were getting settled in your career? Was that the goal?
So I've been doing, this software engineering thing for 10 years now. Mm-hmm. And when I started making a decent amount of money and I saw that I could, because I was already, even before I was making good money, I was already paying down my debts. I mean, I live a very frugal life. So, and then once synonyms. But once I started seeing the amount of money that I could make and I started making that amount of money, and I was like, oh yeah, I could really just stop fucking working way sooner than I had imagined.
Gotcha.
So by the time I was, I would say 30 years old, I said, yeah, I could stop working at 40.
That's good. I don't think enough people have that mentality of wanting to retire at a decent age. Because my dad recently retired and he's 71 years old. And I don't want to work that long. Yeah.
I want to retire at an age where I can actually enjoy retirement. Yeah. I'm not just old and beat up.
Yeah, I think if in society, if we worked from 15 to 40, how many years is that? Like what?
25.
That's 25 years. In most companies, if you work for, well, I won't say companies, but most places you work 20 years, you get a pension. 25 years, you should be able to get a pension and enjoy life. And if you want to do something on the extra on the side, that's fine. But it should be like, if you want to work at McDonald's for 25 years, after 20, you get your pension. Anything else is extra at that point. But I mean, that's just wishful thinking. Because like, at 7 years old, like, not saying my dad can't do anything, but what can he do?
Right. I mean, and I don't know about, what exactly your father's health situation is, but once you break into those 70s, your body starts falling apart.
Yeah, he's pretty active in everything now, and I'm thinking of ways to keep him active. That way he doesn't, start to fall apart. Yeah. But I just know I don't want to work for. I don't have a problem working for a company, but I don't know if I want to work for a company that long.
Yeah, I could never imagine myself doing that, working at the same place for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and just imagining myself working until I'm 70 just boggles my mind.
Yeah, because seeing what your goal is and seeing what he's done, it made me realize that next year, or I think as long as I'm on waiting for this transplant, I want to put something in place for myself, whereas though I can work for myself and be my own boss. Right. I don't necessarily want to have a company per se, but I want to do something where I ain't really gonna answer nobody. I ain't gotta worry about delegating nobody else. I'm gonna take care of myself and just do it. And that, something that's low key, doesn't have to require a lot of maintenance and overhead and all that kind of stuff. Right. Something I can operate on my own. So that's what I'm looking to do going in 2023. Because when I worked and thinking about how I was doing all this extra stuff to make the job easier for myself and others, I didn't get any credit for it. That was one thing, and then it wasn't appreciated. Right. So that's something I'm looking to. I think more of that. For my future, because it'd be nice to retire at 40 years old, or 45, and and be able to just be able to enjoy life or like to travel, do whatever you want to do at that point. So when you turn 40, you got any plans of doing anything? Like you want to celebrate some kind of way? Or you want to just keep on doing what you've been doing?
I'm gonna just keep on doing what I've been doing. I might do more international travel.
Oh, okay.
Than I have been doing.
Take your boy.
I mean, sure, if you can afford to go on a trip.
Yeah, you pay for something, but yeah.
Oh no, see,
I get the flight, you get the room. And get the hose.
Oh shit!
Not buy the hose, but
that's what I figured you were talking about.
But you get the women, you ran them up. That sounds bad, didn't it?
It's real bad.
Well, we'll work it out.
Right, so that was my 2022. Again, the year stuff on. What was your 2022?
My 2022 was filled with a lot of ups and downs. And one thing I think I came to realize was that I'm the person causing my own mischief or my own unhappiness, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I'm the person that causing myself grief because I'm not leaving situations alone as they should be. But I will say that I guess if I had to go into like kind of a timeline in the beginning of the year, I guess like around like March and April is when, because the pandemic had kind of subsided. At
least in everybody's mind.
Yeah, things were kind of trying to get back to normal. It's when I started picking up doing the testing again for the transplants because all of 2020 that stopped, and mostly in 2021 there was nothing going on. I might have like maybe 1 or 2 doctor visits throughout that whole year, and then I had the infection and I was in the hospital, and then nothing picked up again until really 2022. So I started doing all these testing and these different visits and stuff like that, and I was just still feeling pretty sick still. With the coughing, the throwing up, and as you listen to the show and probably see the show, I'm not coughing as much. I'm not hacking up my lung. I'm not pulling over to spit or throw up. I'm able to have appetite now. I have a lot more energy. So that's definitely improved in the last since May, because I was in the hospital in May for the heart catheter test they did. So up until then, I was really miserable and not really feeling good. And I didn't want to quit the podcast or like leave it where it was. It was just kind of more of a task to get out here, because like I'd be driving out here and I would like feel so tired, and I wasn't doing nothing but driving. And the drive was not that bad, but I think it was just the illness was just taking its toll on me.
Right.
So, and I won't say I was in a dark place, but I was just wasn't feeling like myself. So that was the down. The up was getting better, having that. Being in the hospital after that week stay and everything, and feeling better, and them taking all that fluid off of me and everything. So that was a plus. Getting closer to my family and my friends, that's also been a plus as well. So it's pretty much I was like just enjoying those relationships and getting closer with people and things like that. So that was the highlight of my year. So you always around, not to knock you, nothing like that. But yeah, you always there. So, and we did more with the podcast this year because my energies was up. So we were able to do more episodes of the Fat Adventures, and I got closer with a lot of my other friends, and just realizing that some relationships or situations don't need to continue. They don't need to be explored no further. I did what I could. And it is what it is, and no matter how much you care for someone, you can't care more than what they care. I think that's one of the lessons I learned was that. So, and learning to let go.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right. So, and everything works out for a reason. When one door closes, another one will open up. So, yeah, that's what I've taken from my 2022. And also want to give you a compliment, because I wanted to say before I started talking, was one thing I think that impressed me with you this year was your consistency of who you are and how true you stay to yourself. So, and when I say that is that Stefan makes a decent living for himself, but he will not budge with the budget. He won't go no further than what's his budget. Which like, look, this is expensive. It's cutting the budget. I'm not getting it. I'm like, you're not gonna get ground beef. You're not gonna get real shrimp. You're not gonna get something more decadent than chicken. It's on the budget. Stefan can afford it, but it's not his budget. So I'm gonna buy something one day. He gonna cook it.
I mean, yeah, if you're buying it, I have absolutely no problem cooking it.
You can't tell me you can't afford it because it's not in the budget. You can afford it. You still want to.
Hey, it's not in the budget.
Right. But no matter.
I stick to my budget.
So I think some people I know, most people I know, when they make a better wage, a higher living, they stay within their means. But Stephon is like, I won't say you're terrified of being broke, but you are not going to indulge in something that doesn't make sense to you. Or change your life. You're not going to change your lifestyle just because you make a few extra bucks.
Right, and because I look at it like this, I'll stay pretty tacit on what my budget is right now, so that when I finally retire, then the money will last me for as long as I need it to last.
Right.
Because if I start splurging now, then I got to continue working past the time I want to retire.
That's discipline. That's discipline to be like, I'm not breaking this budget here. Because when we go to movies, I'm like, we go to movie theater on his side of town because it's like what, $4.50?
Yeah,
$4.50 for a movie ticket, and I'm like, well, let's buy tickets in advance. That's like it's $13.75, but after the fees and the taxes, it's like $18-19. Excuse me. And he's like, I don't want to buy that. I'm paying a ticket for $4.50 on the same screen. So I'm like, all right, fine. It works out. So he's like, because I'm on the fixed income. He's like, don't you want to save your money? Like, yeah, I do, but you only live once. YOLO.
Yeah, fuck that. Say you only live once, but you could be broke for a long time.
This is true. This is so true. So I've been practicing more of saving my money more, and then not spending so much. So my downfall is still gonna be tennis shoes. I don't buy them freaking as I used to, but if it's a pair I like it, I really want, I'm gonna spend it. So because I'm looking at them, I'd be like, I don't want to pay over retail for these sneakers. It's bad enough they they over $100.
Yeah, I can't imagine it.
Yeah, so, but that's just my advice. So, but yeah, I like the fact that you are disciplined and you are consistent. And I know that's one thing, that's something that's rubbed off on me, is that being consistent. Because like you said with the podcast, I'm only going to be into it as long as you're into it. I'm not going to put no more effort into it than what you're putting into it. So when I come with you with these different segments, you ask me, what's the reason for this? What's the cause of it? I tell you what it is. And then I'm like, all right, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. You're like, okay. So, and then we do it. So, we got the content, and, I'm doing my best to push it out. And if you haven't, this is a good time to me to plug this. Watch the last 2 episodes of Fat Adventures, where we go to Jerk Taco and Hot Dog Central. One video is up to 41 views. The other one's up to 18. So go watch them and share with your friends and family, and like, comment, share, subscribe.
Shameless plug. Just in the middle.
Gotta love it.
Shameless plug.
So, but yeah, I would say 2022 is probably one of my better years, and then one of my years of growth and learning. So I still want to continue to learn and do better than what I had been before. I don't want to keep making the same mistakes over and over again.
Right.
And I'm not one of the people that be like, I'm going to leave you in 2021 or 2022, whatever year it is. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to just keep my mouth shut and just, I'm not making no announcement or nothing. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
So just keep it pushing. So yeah, so there's that. So what are you looking forward to in 2023?
I mean, I can't really say that I'm looking forward to anything, because honestly, for me, because I'm so consistent, year to year to year is pretty much the same, because I'm not changing.
Right.
Everybody else can change, but I'm gonna still be Stephon. So it's not really looking forward to anything. I think I look forward to 2023 only because the next year I'm retiring, and I'm gonna seriously just say fuck this whole work thing. Because as much as I enjoy doing what I do, and I do enjoy it, but I'm tired of working for people. And so each year closer to me retiring is always a year to look forward to, because outside of that, nothing else has really changed for me. I mean, other than the fact that 2022 was the year I started mentoring again, which I didn't expect myself to do that anymore. But it's not really any different than what I, because I used to do it prior.
Right. So nothing out of your warehouse.
Right.
So no plan for no kids.
What?
Huh?
I guess I should make the announcement now, seeing as how, when I turn 40, I'm getting a vasectomy.
I'm right behind you. If I have a kid by the time I'm 40, snip, snip.
Yeah. And I might just, do it at 39.
Like the day before 40.
As soon as I turn 39, this might as well go ahead and happen now.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I look at it between if I don't have a kid by between 40 and 42, I'm thinking that I will probably get one as well. And even then, I think even 42 is too old.
Yeah, but I don't want to be a.
I think I might gauge depending on when I find out how old a person was with my heart, I'm gonna gauge it then. So if I get somebody's like 18 or 20, like, oh, okay, I'm 42, I'll push it.
I can't imagine being 60 years old watching my kid graduate from high school.
I won't tell nobody my age.
Looking like his damn granddaddy.
Right. I would put on a wig so quick to pay. You go.
So looking like my child's granddaddy while they graduate high school.
Right. That's not something I look forward to. The twins, shoot, they 10 now. So that's another, 7 years? I'll be what? 40 something. So
you and your math, sir.
that man is not good.
I tell you.
So I'll still be pretty young, but I don't know if I want to start over having no children. In that's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's the whole topic for another day. What was one of your best memories of 2022? Or anything that impacted you and it was like, oh, okay, this is cool.
I mean, nothing really.
The job, maybe new job.
No. I mean, because I change jobs all the time.
You do. You take underwear, especially when you get to the point where they got me doing nothing. I'm ready to quit.
Yeah, so I get to the point where I get bored. It's like, all right, it's time to change jobs. So I change jobs often enough so that it's not a big deal when I change jobs. At least
It's very nice because you do it real frequently. I think the longest you stayed at a job might have been pushing 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm bored with the work. I'm bored here. It's time to go. So yeah, that's not really. So yeah, nothing really super significant happened. It was like I didn't meet any new people. I didn't find a special someone. I didn't slap anybody in the mouth. so yeah, nothing of real import happened in 2022.
Who I hate to be the person to get you a slap in the mouth.
I mean, it happens sometimes.
I mean, it does, yeah. But it's like, yeah, it was a quiet year.
Right, yeah. That's what I said. Yeah, that's why
quiet is good.
That's why for me it was my year. And well, I guess the only thing that of really any major import was somebody who was prevalent in my life disappeared out of it, and it's kind of a good thing.
Oh yeah, bitch ass nigga. we had an episode lined up for your ass. And they just ghost stuff on.
Oh, which I was absolutely okay with.
That would have been a good episode for y'all. I'm telling you, that would have been a real good episode. I want you to call him to a certain extent, but I don't want him to bother you either.
And I don't want to be bothered by him. So nothing really major.
Yeah, I think for me the highlight was getting on the transplant list.
Right.
So that was definitely a moment that I will hold close to hold very close to me, because the people I called and everything like that. That moment was very touching, and it's like when the moments where you feel a whole lot of support and love.
Right.
So it was something I think about every now and then, because it was just like so surreal.
Oh yeah. It's like I'm trying to see if I can feel that, but it's like I don't really tell anybody stuff. So
You really don't, because he'll be I'm like, when this happened? What you mean? I'm like, oh, this happened last week. Like, why you call nobody? I don't never call nobody. So again, this is him being consistent. If he changed, it would be a parasite in him that took over, or you met a devious woman.
Yeah, it's the latter rather than the former. Devious bitch.
Yeah, they got you up here changing and shit. So, but yeah, that was probably one of the fondest memories I had of this year. Getting on transplant list and just sharing that with everybody. So once I get called to the hospital to get this transplant, everybody has a job. So Stefan will come through and cut my hair, because this is the plan. Not so much if I get called, but if I get sick to the point where they keep me in the hospital. So Stefan gonna come through, cut my hair. Mike, you gonna bring tacos and tequila. We'll figure it out how we get tequila in the hospital.
I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure that you can't do that.
We'll figure it out. Tiffany, my friend Tiffany, she's actually going to be moving back on the East Coast. She's living in Austin, Texas now. So she'll be close by to come visit. So you come on, bring your cousin.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right. You might as well shoot your shot for a sister since we're here.
The ball's in your court now, Tiffany.
So Dominique, Jazz, just come on through. Sharina, you and Rico come on through. Bring some Royal Farms chicken and then chicken box. Notice how I'm telling everybody to bring food or something of the sort because that's what I need in the hospital. I need that because hospital food is terrible. It's not that good.
I'm the only person with a real job.
You bring whatever you want to bring too. You bring a home cooked meal. I will bring spaghetti. I like his spaghetti. Bring spaghetti.
Oh, so now I got two jobs.
Bring spaghetti and a brownie. He makes some good ass brownies. Oh my goodness, that'd be a perfect excuse to get a brownie from your ass.
So now I got 3 jobs. Bring food, dessert, and cut his hair.
Right. You know what? You can handle all that. God, they say God will give his soldiers the strongest battles. My mother probably going to visit, of course. So I'm trying to make sure everything's balanced here. Everybody going to take their turn. So everybody knows what their jobs are. So, but yeah, and I guess 2023 I'm looking forward to. Looking forward to staying stable, not getting any sicker. I would like to go somewhere for my birthday, or I want to make a purchase of some sort, like something that's going to, make a purchase, something that's like going to be beneficial to my future. So I won't say it now because I'm still looking into it. I guess dating is a thing that I'm gonna look into. So I think I'm gonna get a little more out there. I went out a little bit when it was warm, and then when it got too hot, so I'm staying on there. So I know your hoes be out there, but sorry, not call your hoes. Why you keep letting me call them hoes? So
Yeah, right, because my thoughts control your mouth.
to the women's, I'm looking. So I guess I get myself on out there. I did try speed dating. I don't know if I talked about that. Did I talk about that?
No.
I did. So I tried speed dating, right? And I guess it's a highlight 2022. I tried speed dating. They had it at the Kona Grill downtown. So I signed up for it and everything. It was like $35. And don't nothing come with it. Like you just go there and then you're paying for just the experience, whatever. So I get there and I scope it out. And I see that they had the section by the bar, kind of that little RSVP little signs on the tables and everything. So I'm scoping it out. I see like 1 woman and 5 men, and I'm like, and 2 of the men were gay. 1 man had on a blazer on in the middle of July. So I'm like, he gotta be a serial killer. Because nobody who does that with
Somebody who's trying to dress to impress.
in the heat.
Hey, it don't matter what it is.
I know he killed somebody.
He was killing that blazer.
So I'm like, I think I'm in the wrong place, or it ain't adding up. I thought it'd be an equal amount of women and men, and it wasn't that. So I think the event was like from 7 to 9. I got there like a little bit after 7, so I kind of just waited till they started, and then like around 7:30, 7:40 they started. Another woman showed up, and she was cute, and I went up to her and said, "Look, I'm here for this, but ain't a whole lot of people, so can you say his numbers and." We'll just talk after this or whatever case may be. So that didn't pan out to anything, but that was the experience. And then I went back again, like the following week or 2 weeks later, and just observed again, and it was like the same thing. Like it was like maybe 2 women this time and 7 guys. So it was like, I guess women don't speed date no more, or unless this wasn't very well advertised.
Oh, whoever was throwing the event sucks.
Yeah, I think it's a scam now at this point. I think
Sound like it, especially if y'all paying $35 for the privilege of watching 2 women walk around.
So yeah, that didn't pan out in the way I guess I was expecting it to. So, and I went into a couple happy hours here and there. Excuse me, and just kind of people watching everything, but still being very protective and mindful of the fact that COVID's still a thing out there. I got all my vaccines and my shots up to date and all that. It's like I still get a little leery about crowded spaces and stuff. Like I went to one happy hour, I got a drink, I ate and I dipped. It started to get crowded in that bitch. So still gotta be mindful of that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to to dating. Maybe find me a white woman. No, I don't want no white woman.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a white woman.
It's nothing wrong. But my mama said I can't bring no white woman home. So
You ain't gotta take her home.
you said real sexy too. You gotta take her home now.
You gotta take her home.
Old Billy D over there. So, but I'm not. But I'm also. I don't have that biological clock that most people have, where they gotta find somebody, get married, and have a life, or move in and all that.
Right.
Like, I just want to date and just see what's out there. I know that I did this before. I dated around and then I got in a relationship. So I wanted to do the kind of same thing. I want to date, see what's out there, and then maybe pursue a relationship or keep on dating. Again, it's still that how do you date and you're waiting for the transplant? Like, do you pause your life or you keep moving on with your life? And so I've been told about on both sides. Don't worry about that. Wait till you get better. But suppose it is 7 years, and I ain't done nothing. I ain't out here doing nothing but waiting, and then it's like I'm 45 years old, and I'm like, well,
you just be sad and lonely until the situation fixes itself.
You gonna see a whole lot of me now, and you're back. I think I can't get enough and bother you enough, right? So yeah, so I'm gonna get out there more. So I want to stay steady as far as my health goes. Be stable. That's what the word I'm looking for. Be stable with my health. Go out there. Be single and mingle. If you are a single woman on the looking at the podcast, I'm available. But
I don't know what the hell that was.
I don't know what it was either. But what I always like to do is I don't know where I see this from. Look at your
yeah, and then swipe the eyebrows. Yeah. Gotta pat them down.
Don't you come in my DMs and you ugly as shit. You know better. That's wrong, wasn't it?
Just a little bit.
I mean, we got standards. People got standards.
Hey, if you ugly as shit, you can come to my DMs.
You don't got no DMs.
Good point. Well, so 2022 is over. Here's to a good 2023.
Right. Anything else on that list?
I think we got it all covered.
So, one thing I was thinking about today that I wanted to share was staying is on lines of you being consistent, and then I was going to segue into staying true to yourself. And what made me think about this was that when I was dealing with this girl years ago, and I was complaining to every other day about something was going on with me and her, or something me and her and her family. And you pretty much told me stop bitching about it and talk back to these motherfuckers. So what I'm talking about now?
Yeah, I know you do.
So and I know I was thinking about it now. I was like, damn, I was wearing the shower stuff on. I was calling a lot about complaining about the same shit over and over again. And I wasn't
have you said anything to them?
Right. And I wasn't standing up pretty much for myself or making a stand. And with this girl and her family, they were always be type to be playing around, joking on each other, things like that. And so I never really participated in that because I didn't think that was, I guess, the cool thing to do or okay to do, whatever. Because I didn't want to be snapping on nobody, little sister, little brother, whatever. But they would be saying shit to me all the time. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when he said something to me, well, say something back to her. What you waiting for? The fuck that? I'm gonna crack back at their ass too. Once I got that in my head and I started cracking back on them, they would leave me alone because I was saying shit it was really funny and they like when they were getting laughed at. So it just made me think about just staying true to myself because once I did that, it was oh, okay, I need to stay true to myself. And I think the last relationship I was in, I wasn't as true to myself as I should have been. Right. So I don't know if you may have said that to me during that relationship or towards the end of it, but it was something that I was just thinking about relationships and I thought about the year and everything like that. And it's something that I want to carry with me into 2023 is make sure I'm staying true to myself. So as much as good as you are being consistent, as good as I want to be is staying true to myself and not, I guess downplaying myself or trying to make myself fit to somebody else. If it's not a match, it's not a match. You know? So those are lessons that I've learned and those are my ups and downs and just looking forward to a better year and to watch Marvel movies and Marvel TV shows.
Yeah, that's always.
And we're gonna see Transformers.
You keep saying it. I'm gonna keep denying that until we on this podcast giving a review of it.
And say how bad that movie is. It's bad. It's bad that you can look at a movie now and be like, "This is gonna be some bullshit."
Just from the trailer.
Just from the trailer.
All right, I think that covers everything.
So, to everybody out there that like, comment, share, subscribe to the page, thank you. We appreciate you. I guess when we reach our 100 episodes, stuff, I'm gonna do something special for y'all. I don't know.
He grasping at straws.
So, and what else? Just thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Any well wishes or prayers that you've given to me because of my health, we greatly appreciate it. And if you just coming just to look at Stefan's handsome mug, he greatly appreciates that.
I'm conceited.
He alright looking. He alright.
And here's to another year of this, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on going because 6-7 years is a long time. You waiting around doing nothing. So we're gonna keep on.
We gonna be doing this podcast while you waiting around doing nothing.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna do I Hate the Internet still and some more fat adventures. I thought at one point doing a Twitch channel thing. We could still do that.
Yeah, I mean, you work out the idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then I think like maybe we'll do a Patreon account because I'm thinking that we can do we can have that channel where you just do live reaction to music videos. I think that's a moneymaker right there because you hate everything.
This is true.
So I think your reaction would be worth the cost of admission for like what $5.99 a month, $10.99 maybe.
From our Patreon subscribers.
We'll
look into it.
If you had no self-esteem, I would pimp you on OnlyFans. Just have you swinging your shit around.
It's doing sexy. It's sexy. All right, that's the show. And as always, you can check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
I got nothing else left. So thank you. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Peace out.
Peace. OnlyFans.